السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. I welcome you all to the class of Arabiyyah Bayna Yadayk. Alhamdulillah, we have reached lesson number, unit number 10. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen. Last lesson we were all about shopping and we did shopping. I hope it is clear, inshallah ta'ala. Uridu, I want a blue shirt, a green shirt, and so on. Right? This lesson is totally focused on the weather. We will learn the new vocabs for the weather and the seasons, etc. Right? We are totally focused about the weather. Similarly, you have other lessons about Hajj and Umrah, about traveling, and or we could have a look. 49. This is page 49. So I could have a look at the holiday. We have health, Hajj and Umrah. Right? We have hobbies. Yeah, after and places and people, hobbies, traveling, Hajj and Umrah, health, as-siha, and as-sadisa ashra is utla. So we have 7 units more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 units more for this book to end. That is, we just started with the first unit. So, inshallah ta'ala, inshallah, we have these many units to go. And every unit is a new area through which we learn vocabs and we learn new structures, grammar structure, etc. So let's begin today's area, today's unit, inshallah ta'ala. Al-Wahdatul Ashira, the 10th unit. Wahda is unit again, Ashira is 10th, yeah, 10th unit. Al-Jawu, Al-Jawu, which is the weather. So let's have the audios. Okay, this is Tasia. I want Ashira. Okay. Yes, this is the one. Let's start with our first dialogue. The Al-Ard display. Al-Hiwarul Awwal, the first conversation. Unzur wastama' wa'id. Unzur wastama' wa'id. This is between the husband and the wife. Az-zawjatu was-zawju. Az-zawjatu was-zawju. Right, the husband and the wife. Remember, zawj could be used both for the husband and for the wife. Zawj in the classical, but you can say zawja is for wife also. The wife can also be called zawja. But you can say the wife as zawj also, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya Adam uskun anta wa zawjuka. Yeah, uskun anta wa zawjuka fil jannah. Right? Stay, you and your spouse. Yeah. So zawj literally means spouse, we could translate. But nowadays we are like zawja is used for feminine. Because azwaj and zawj, pairs, yeah, anything in pairs is called azwaja. Wa khalaqna, and we created everything in pairs. Kulli shay'in azwaja. And we created everything in pairs. So az-zawja. Let's listen to what zawja says. Let me share the audio. Okay.
الوحدة العاشرة. الجو. الدرس 55. الحوار الأول. انظر واستمع.
كيف الجو في الخارج؟
الزوجة says كيف الجو في الخارج. How is the weather outside? How's the weather outside? كيف الجو في الخارج. Right? Kharij is outside. Kharij is outside. Kharij. Right? Kharij is outside. كيف الجو في الخارج. How's the weather outside? Like there's a sect also, right? Khawarij. A singular khawarij, the singular of khawarij is khariji. Wa alaikum salam. Khariji, right? The one who, no, we just started. We just started with the first dialogue. Kaif al-jawu fil kharij, how is the weather outside? Okay, so the person who leaves the Islam, like, because they used to consider that the major sins make you a kafir, and through that, through that, they considered that the Muslims' blood becomes halal, and they started killing the Muslims and stuff. So Prophet ﷺ said, "Hum kilabun finnar," they are the dogs of hellfire, the Kharij. Although they might pray, and the Khariji is one singular, and the Khawarij are the plurals. They are from the area called Harura, Haruriya, right? Harura and Haruri were the people, and they fought with Kharij. They left Islam. They left Islam, although they used to read and worship so much. And even today, we have so many people who have the traits of Khawarij, and those traits are like declaring the rulers as kafir and going against them, demonstrations and protests and revolts and strikes. And although in Islam, we know that the demonstrations and all lead to a more harm. Like look at Syria. Look at Syria. It started with just boys painting over the walls, right? And today it is an all-out civil war, which has caused millions of lives to be lost and so many issues. Yeah. So Islam doesn't revolting against ruler unless that revolt can be successfully done, like Hafiz al-Assad and all they've done. Right? They successfully converted Syria into their regime by having people in the key positions, or the bloodless revolts which happened in England. Right? Although there was some blood spilled, but most of it was bloodless. And although they hanged the king and stuff and made the constitutional monarchy in England, so something like that. Yeah, so most of the revolts and stuff are like just like Professor Sam said, they are young men, suhafa lasnan, and they don't understand. They just go with the zeal, and they don't use. So that is Khawarij, right? Kharaja fil Islam. He went out from Islam because there's so much harm when you start spilling blood. Even more than the Kaaba, a Muslim's blood is more inviolable. Yeah, you cannot harm a Muslim's life easily, right? And Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, من قتل مؤمنا متعمدا فجزاؤه جهنم خالدا فيها. He will stay forever. Although many scholars says that doesn't mean khalidina fiha, staying forever. That means a long, long period of time, because anyone who doesn't do shirk and has tawheed, he will one day, even if mustard green zarra, he will come out from the Jahannam. So killing a Muslim, killing anyone is very grave, grave sins. Yeah? One of the gravest sins. And Muslims should understand that it's not a playing matter. So Zawj replies, how is the weather? So Kharij, that means outside.
هذا فصل الخريف.
الزوج السماء تمطر الآن. The weather's the rain, the sky is raining now, right? Also, تمطر, it sounds odd. The sky is raining, right? But that's how it is said, right? Amtara yumtiru. Maybe you could translate it more better. Let me check. Maybe Google might translate something better. As-sama'u tumtiru. Tumtiru al-an. Yeah, it's raining. Yeah, the Google didn't even translate as-sama'u. Okay, because sama is sky. It just said it's raining. So that's how. So as-sama'u tumtiru al-an. It's raining. Yeah, it's raining now. Okay, but the word-to-word translation sounds odd. The sky is raining now, because the sky rains. Okay, it's raining from the sky, maybe. Right? So this is sumtiru is form 4. Okay, form 4. Now there's so many forms. There are actually 12 forms, 12 or 14. Some say 13, 14, whatever. But 10 are mostly used. So this is form 4. Form 4 is like it has, instead of having 3 letters, it has 4 letters. Af'ala, af'ala. and its mudara is yuf'ilu. It always follows the same pattern. Af'ala yuf'ilu. Yuf'ilu. Right? Oh, this is not dhamma. This is okay. Yuf'ilu and yuf'ilu. Okay, yuf'ilu. Af'ala yuf'ilu. Like aslama, you can remember through the example. Aslama yuslimu. Its masdar is Islam. Islam. So the masdar is if'al. Right? Its masdar is if'al. Okay, like kharaja means he went out. Yeah, kharaja. Now if I say akhraja, someone made him go out. Yeah, he was thrown out. Akhraj, right? He was thrown out. So that's how the meaning differs. The meaning differs. Like nazala means he himself came down. Anzala means he brought it down. Anzala. Anzala. So this is af'ala yuf'ilu. This is form 4. This is mazid fihi. Okay, af'ala yuf'ilu, like aslama yuslimu, and similar patterns. Yeah, similar patterns. Similar. This is amtara yumtiru. This is amtara yumtiru, to rain. And imtar is the masdar. Or sometimes you use the 3-letter form of the masdar, matar. Matar. What is the masdar? Masdar is a verbal noun. It doesn't have tense in it. It's like the action itself. It's like because in Arabic we don't have the to be infinitive verb. Right, to do this. Yeah, to do this. So this is told by the word action. Like daraba yadribu is the verb. He hit, he is hitting. And what is the hit? The word to hit is darbun. The hit itself is called darb. Right, so like that. Like zahaba yazhabu, zahab, the going itself, to go itself is called zahabun. The going itself, the action without the tense, is called masdar. Right, Islam, like Islam is a masdar. It doesn't have tense in it. It's not a verb. It's a noun. Okay, that's called a verbal noun. That is, has the meaning of the verb, but there's no tense in it. Okay, so as-samau tumtiru al-an hada faslul kharif. This is the season. Fasl could mean class. Fasl could mean various things. Fasl could mean season also. Fasl, like the season, the autumn season, and kharif is autumn season. Autumn season. Right, autumn season. Many countries do not have autumn, right? We don't have autumn such, right? We don't have leaves falling and stuff. That's called a rainy season for us. But the rainy season in Arabic is called also Faslul Kharif, or sometimes it's called Mausimul Amtar. Yeah, the Mausim is also used in Urdu. That is the season of rain, rainy season. Yeah, matari, Mausam matari, the rainy season or something. But generally, Haza Faslul Kharif, this is the autumn season. The autumn is like the ending of the year, right? You have the spring and the autumn, then winter, right? Spring, autumn, winter, and summer, right? Spring, summer, autumn, winter, right? Summer, we forgot summer. Okay, so we'll learn all these names. And it comes in the Surah إِلَافِ قُرَيْشٍ إِلَافِهِمْ رِحْلَةَ الشِّتَاءِ وَالصَّيْفِ. So what is Shita? Shita is winter. They travels from Rihla, from the Shitai, the winter travels, and the summer travels. Saif is the summer travels. And Rabi' is the spring, and Kharif is the autumn. Right? The 4 seasons. And Kharif is rainy season also.
ثوبك مبتل أين المعطف؟
Now we are learning one more thing. ثوبك مبتل. Your thawb or your clothes are wet. Mubtal. Mubtal. Now this is also another form. This is form 9. Right? Ibtalla yabtallu. Right? We need not go into the forms as of now, but I just want to say that this is form if'alla. If'alla. Right? This is generally used for defects and colors. Right? Ihmarra yahmarru. Right? And this is the object, mubtallun. Like ismul fa'il is made from, like we learned, af'ala, right? This is if'alla. If'alla. Form 9, this is very rare. This is rarely used. But still we have some of them. The real asl of these letters are ba, ta, and la, the root letters. The meme is just for the ismul maf'ul. This is very advanced topics, but still, because they started using these things now. They started using these things now. Because even if you understand 10-15% now, by repetition, inshallah, we'll understand more in the future lessons, inshallah. Right? This is if'alla pattern. Now, what I want to tell is the form mazid fihi is they make the ismul fa'il and the ismul maf'ul by adding a meme. Right? Like for example, aslama yuslimu. So what do you say a person who accepts Islam? Anyone? Islam is the masdar, by the way. Yeah. And what is the ismul fa'il? The person who accepts Islam? Anyone? Muslim. Yes. We add a mu. Muslim. Right? Muslim. Muslim. Very simple. Muslim. Right? This is called ismul fa'il. Ismul fa'il. Right? Ismul fa'il. Or we can use, for example, arsala, to send something. Yeah, to send. Arsala yursilu. This is also form 4. I'm talking about form 4. Yursilu. Now, and what is the masdar? Irsal. Right? To send something. Yeah, irsal. Irsal is to send. What is the sender now? The same pattern, muf'il pattern. Irsal. Arsala yursilu. Like Muslim. What do you say for this? No. See. The sender is called mursil. No, it's called like Muslim. The fa'il always has a kasra. Mursil. Yes. And who is the mursil? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And who's the mursal? Who's the mursal? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Innaka laminal mursaleen. Indeed, you are from the one who has been sent. You are not the sender, right? Subhanallah. Right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the sender. This is called ismul maf'ul. I mean, the one who's being sent. Ismul maf'ul, the object of the action. Right? So, how do we differentiate between this, the ismul fa'il and ismul maf'ul? By the kasra and the fatha. That's it. The fa'il has a kasra. The maf'ulun bihi has the fatha. Fatha. Like akhraja yukhriju, ikhraj, and the one who throws someone out is called mukhrij, and the one who's thrown out is called mukhraj. Right? This is advanced, okay? This will be taught later on, but still, inshallah, maybe 20% if you understand. The kasra shows you the fa'il, the fatha shows you the object. Like amana yu'minu. Right? Amana. The one who accepts, the one who believes is called mu'min. And the one on whom we believe is called mu'man. Right? Although Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is also the mu'min, that is not because of belief, that is because of something else, because providing safety or something. Right? But many times we don't have the objects. Like Muslim, we don't say Muslim. We don't have the objects. The one who has, I mean, like, it's not necessary to have an object for everything. Like maf'ulun bihi for everything, right? So this is what. Similarly, now notice this, mubtallun. So this is what? Fatha. So that is, it is the object of being wet. Mubtal. The thing which is making wet is called mubtil. What is the thing which is making wet? The rain. So rain could be called the mubtil. Right? But the shirt which got wet through the rain is called mubtal. Right? So if anyone is reading inna kalaminal mursilin, he's making a big mistake. With a kasra is wrong. Right? It should be innaka laminal mursalin. Indeed, you are the ones who are being sent. See, a fatha dhamma makes so much difference. Fatha, kasra, or anything, yeah? It makes such a difference. From the sender, you become the sent. Right? Or the sent can become the sender. Right? And this happens only in the extra mazid fihi. Right? This doesn't happen in the normal 3-letter verbs, because for the 3-letter verbs we have separate forms. Like qatala, the fa'il is what? Qatil, the killer, and the one who's killed is called maqtul, maf'ul pattern. Right? We have separate forms, but for form 4, form 5, form 6, we don't have such forms. Like jahada yujahidu, the ismul fa'il is called mujahid. See, we add mujahid. The one who strives is called mujahid. Shahada yushahidu, the one who watches, is called mushahid, right? And the thing being watched is called mushahad, right? Khataba yukhatibu, to speak or to give khutbah, and the one who's speaking is called mukhatib. But in English, in Urdu, mukhatib became the listener. I am mukhatib to you, right? Although it might seem that way. And the one who's being spoken to is called mukhatab, right? So that's how it is. This is what grammar part. Even if you don't understand anything, it's okay, still okay, inshallah. But this is the object, mubtallun. That is, your shirt is wet, right? It's like, right? Ayn al-mi'taf, where is the coat? So she says, where is the coat now? Okay. So this is the new word, mubtallun. Okay. Even if you just memorize this is fine, because we'll learn about the mazid fees. These are all advanced things which we'll learn in the future. But I have to tell something, right? Because if you understand now the mazid fees and stuff, things will open up easily, right? We'll understand many things through that link. It becomes a whole cycle, inshallah.
تركته في الشركة.
تركته, taraka yatruku, right? Taraka, to leave, taraktuhu bisharikati. Now, can anyone tell me, in this taraktuhu, I left it in the company, right? He left the coat in the company. So can anyone tell me, where is the verb, what is the file, and what is the object in this word? Anyone can try? Where is the object, and what is the file, and what is the, everything is there. Taraktuhu, who is the doer? No, who is not the doer? I left, who is not the doer? Anyone else? Or then what is who? If who is not the file, then what is who? And where's the file? We didn't talk about this. I know we didn't talk about this before, right? We did not, right? We did not talk about this. But anyone has an idea? No, nobody. Now the verb, generally the verbs are 3 letters, right? Tarak is the verb. Very simple, alhamdulillah. 3 letters, so this is the verb. So one is the file and one is the object. So the file is tu, and who is the object? Who? It's not the adverb. This is a verb. This is the file. See, any verb requires a doer, and the file is always marfu', has a dhamma, 1 dhamma, 2 dhammas. Right? I mean, this doesn't show dhamma, by the way. This is because this is the pronoun. This is the attached pronoun. This is also attached pronoun, which attaches to a verb, which comes at a verb. It's called this is also a damir. Yeah, it's called a verb. Okay, and we learn this inshallah when we do the madi conjugations, fala, falu, and all that, inshallah, when it'll come in the future. But now we are learning I left. Right, same like katabtu and kharajtu. Where is the file in all these two? It's this two. I mean, kharajtu, where is the file? This two. Because in only two verbs, fa'ala and fa'alat, the file is hidden. Fa'ala and fa'alat. Right? The file could be hidden, not is always hidden if it doesn't come in the sentence. While for the others, for example, I said kharajtu, it means I left. Now from this, I'm understanding I am left, right? I'm understanding I left. How? By looking at this two. Instead of two, I changed the file to kharajna. We left. So now where's the file? Na. This is the file. Right? Now, if I wanted to add a object to it, I left it. What is the it now? The coat. I left the coat. Right? I left the coat. So this who is what? Is the object. I left it. And remember, the who, huma, hum, ha, huma, hunna, ka, kuma, kum, ki, kuma, kunna can never become the file. Why? Because the file forms are different. This is ta, tuma, tum, ti, tuma, tunna, tuna. Right? This is the forms. Okay, inshallah. So this is what it is. If you didn't understand anything, taraktu means I left. Similarly, fa'altu, I did. Qataltu, I killed. Right? Tu. Right? For Urdu speakers, we can understand by saying This tu means me, right? It's tu me, right? Means I did, right? Taraktu, fa'altu. We learned this before, I guess. Zahabtu, right? And who is, we are joining the object to the verb. This is the maf'ulun bihi. And we learned that maf'ulun bihi is always mansoob. But this is a pronoun, so it doesn't show its mansoob sign because this is mabni. All pronouns are fixed. Okay, this is the, again, more grammar. Taraktuhu fi sharikati. I left it. How do you know I left? From this too. And how do you know it? Because of this who. And it's going to the court, right? I left it what? What is the it now? This is the court here. Okay.
وأين المظلة؟
وَأَيْنَ الْمِظَلَّةِ. And where's the umbrella? Mizalla is the umbrella. وَأَيْنَ الْمِظَلَّةِ. And where's the umbrella? Why are you wet? You should have used the coat or the umbrella. Yes, who means he. It also means it. Okay, because Arabic doesn't have Yeah, Arabic doesn't have it in it. Arabic doesn't have it in it. Right? There's no it. So we have to use, because this is masculine, as said, yes, alhamdulillah, we have to use the masculine form. You have to use the masculine form. Right? Taraktuhu. We cannot use I left. And we are translating it as it. Because objects also are used as masculine and feminine. How do you identify what's masculine and what's feminine? The general rule is we look at this star, right? The star marbuta is called. There are other forms also, like the au form, sahra'u, right? And other forms. How we identify the three types of, and the husna type, husna. I spoke to him. يعني كلمته. نعم. Correct. Yes. كلمته. I spoke to him. كلمته حدثته. I spoke with him. Or you can use ma'a also. كلمت معه. I spoke with him. If I want to say I spoke about it, right? Some topic. كلمت عنه. Or yeah, عنه, about it. I spoke about it. كلمت عنه. كلمت عن موضع السفر. I talked about the topic of the traveling or something. موضع الرياضيات or maths. Okay. So that's how we understand that we are saying who. Now we are using feminine, right? So we should write taraktuha. See, that's what he's saying in the next word. Where's the umbrella?
تركتها في السيارة.
He left it in the car. This he left it in the company. This is left. And remember, after fi we get a kasra. After fi we get a kasra, right? Taraktuha fi sayyarati. I left it in the car. Why are you saying ha now? Because this is feminine. This is feminine, right? Taraktuha fi sayyarati. I left it in the car. Again, we're translating this as ha. Ha. I left it in the car. Taraktuha fi sayyara. Okay.
اشرب هذا الشاي هو دافئ.
Okay. Ishrab hadha shay. Drink this tea. This is amr again. Ishrab. Shariba yashrabu. Ishrab. Drink this tea. Ad-dafi. Ad-dafi, the warm tea. Ad-dafi is like not so cold, not so hot. Ad-dafi. Not so cold, not so hot. Ad-dafi. Drink this warm tea. Because if you give a too hot, it will become difficult, yeah, to drink. Zawd says,
بارك الله فيك.
Barakallahu feek. May Allah bless you. Fiki. Instead of saying fikash, he's saying fiki because he's talking to his wife.
هل نذهب إلى السوق الآن؟
هل نخرج إلى السوق الآن or نذهب in the audio. Shall we go to the market now? هل نخرج? Shall we go to the market now? They want to go to the market.
الماء كثير جدا في الخارج.
The water is a lot. كثير جدا, the water is a lot outside. في الخارج, outside. Because in English, we don't say in the outside. Because outside is already out, so we won't say in outside. So في الخارج, outside. But in Arabic, it's fine to say in the outside. Okay, or you could say, you could use something else instead of saying outside, in the city or in the area. Yeah, in the area. Yeah, we can use in the area. I'm saying outside, in the whatever. Yeah. Because kharij literally means outside. Yeah, kharij, the thing which is out. So outside. Fil kharij, outside or in the outside. Right?
ماذا نفعل؟
What should we do? Right? She wants to go shopping and it's raining. It's very important to shop. There's no online shopping at that in those days also. So what should we do? Mada naf'alu. Naf'alu. What should we do? Or what can we do? And because of the noon, we are getting to know that what can we do. Then this is mudara, right? Naf'alu. Mada naf'alu. What should we do? Because shopping is so essential. Right? What should we do?
نبقى الليلة في البيت.
نبقى الليلة في البيت. بقي يبقى is to stay. Baqi, to stay. Baqi, that is to stay. Al-Layla, will stay the night. Nabqa, because of this noon again, we will stay the night in the house. We won't go out. Right? This night, no shopping. Nabqa al-Laylata fil bayt. Nabqa al-Layla. Laylata, again, this is the adverb now. This is the adverb of time. Okay, adverbs could be of many times here. We could use adverbs for telling time, for telling place, or we can tell, you can use adverbs for telling hows, like how did you do this, like to mashiyan, I came walking. How did you come walking? I came walking, I came on foot, right? Or ji'tu rakiban, I came riding. Or you can when, how, where, right? And why also could be answered. So for that we have maf'ulun lahu, maf'ulun mutlaq, not maf'ulun mutlaq, maf'ulun lahu, maf'ulun fihi, and you have so many others. Why also, like darabtuhu ta'diban, I hit him for ta'dib. Ta'dib is to educate him, or to show him adab, to train him, to teach him etiquettes. Okay, so this is zarfu zaman. Right, we are talking about time, right? Nabkha laylata fil bayt, we will stay the night in the house. In the night in the house. We can also say nabkha fil laylati, in the night. But I think so. But we can directly also use laylata. Nabkha laylata fil bayt. We will spend the night in the house.
ونذهب غدا إلى السوق إن شاء الله.
And we will go tomorrow, inshallah. So the wife has to say. He didn't say it, yeah. وَنَذْهَبُ غَدًا إِلَى السُّوقِ inshallah. And we will go to the market tomorrow. Right? We'll go to the market tomorrow, inshallah. نَذْهَبُ غَدًا إِلَى السُّوقِ inshallah. And the husband says,
هذه فكرة طيبة.
that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Right? Fikra is idea, and that's a good idea. I mean, he's not saying yes or no. He's just saying, that's a good idea. We'll think about it. هذه فكرة طيبة. That's a good idea. We'll think about it, about going tomorrow, inshallah. If it doesn't rain tomorrow, we might go. And I mean, that's a good idea. Now, okay. So this was our first hiwar. Okay, let's repeat it. So I hope this tumtiru, amtara yumtiru, then mubtal, wet. Mubtal is wet. Tumtiru is raining. It's raining. Wa ayn al midalla is the umbrella. And notice the taraktuhu and taraktuha, because this is masculine, we said taraktuhu, and this is because it is feminine, we said taraktuha. Then drink tea, dafa is warm, and inshallah we'll repeat them inshallah in the exercises.
والآن جاء دورك.
Let's repeat this.
انظر واستمع وأعد.
Rainy season. كيف الجو في الخارج؟
كيف الجو في الخارج؟
How's the weather outside؟
السماء تمطر الآن.
It's raining outside.
هذا فصل الخريف.
It's raining now. هذا فصل الخريف. This is the autumn season, the rainy season.
ثوبك مبتل. أين المعطف؟
Your shirt is wet. Where's the coat?
تركته في الشركة.
I left it in the car, company. Sharika is company. We learned before.
وأين المظلة؟
And where's the umbrella?
تركتها في السيارة.
I left it in the car. So he came running.
اشرب هذا الشاي. هو دافئ.
اشرب هذا الشاي الدافئ. Drink the warm tea. The warm tea. The دافئ is warm.
بارك الله فيك.
Barakallahu feek. May Allah bless you. Even Barakallahu feek, the literal translation will be, may Allah bless in you. I see. Fee, because of fee. In you. And this might sound odd in English because how do you bless in you? Right? But it just, may Allah bless you. Because English doesn't take in for bless. Right? So, but Arabic takes Barakallahu feek, Barakallahu fihi. It accepts fee. Because that's how they say it. That's how they say it. Because in English, sometimes you take direct objects, sometimes we don't. Similarly, in Arabic, sometimes we take direct objects, sometimes we need prepositions. Like Zahabtu ilal bayt. Right? This is same for English and for Arabic. I went to the house. I can't say I went house. Right? Similarly, darabtuhu, I hit him. See, we are directly taking the object. I hit him. Right? This is same. Sometimes it's different, like Barakallahu feeki. Here we have to say fee. We cannot say Barakallahu ka. We can't take our object directly. Right? Allahu ka or something like that. We have to say feeki or feeka. Feekuma, feekum, Barakallahu feekum. We have to take a preposition. Because sometimes we take direct, sometimes we need some helpers for us to help us understand the meaning perfectly. We can't take direct objects.
هل نذهب إلى السوق الآن؟
هل نذهب هل نخرج للسوق? Let's go to the. Can we go to the market?
الماء كثير جدا في الخارج.
The water. Even notice here, we said because hal should have a naam or a la. But the husband's so smart, he's diverting the topic. Right? Should we go out for the market now? He's not saying yes or no. He's just diverting it. See, yes, we should go, or no, we can't go. He's saying the rain's so much outside. So she says, then what should we do? Right? So that's smart way to answer, right? Like just diverting the topic. Right? Because she's asking, should we go out for shopping? He didn't say, no, we shouldn't go out. He said, just the water's more, right? Because hal requires an amala. He didn't answer that question. So she had to ask another question. Mada nafal.
ماذا نفعل؟
نبقى الليلة في البيت.
We'll stay at home, right?
ونذهب غدا إلى السوق إن شاء الله.
Even this he didn't say yes or no. هذه فكرة طيبة. That's a good idea. This is a good idea.
هذه فكرة طيبة.
This is, and notice this hazihi, because fikra is muannas, this is also muannas, right? And tayyiba is the adjective, right? Hadi fikratun tayyiba. So we have dafe, warm, the mufradat, faslul kharif, autumn season, see, faslul kharif, as-sama, the sky, as-sama, idha as-sama'un shaqqat, right? Sama, tumtiru, it's raining, tumtir, amtara yumtiru tumtir. Notice again why we're saying as-sama'u tumtir, the sky is raining, because sama is muannas. Now you might say, why is it muannas? Because of this a'u, sahra'u, as-sama'u, right? Because of this a'u, the words which end with a alif, this is called alif mamduda, I guess. Alif mamduda, yes. Alif mamduda. And because of this sahra'u, sama'u, and other names, something like that. Yeah, which are, this is also a sign of it being feminine. This is also a sign of being feminine. Okay, as-sama'u, like we had the ta marbuta. This is also a sign of it being feminine. That's why we're saying tumtiru instead of saying yumtiru. Right, this tash is because of feminine. Okay, and the sky is raining. As-suq is the market. Fil kharij, outside. Fil kharij, outside. Yakhruju, he goes out. Yakhruju, he goes out. Khuruj, this is also fail mudare. Yakhruju. Mubtal, wet. Mubtallun, wet. Mubtallun, wet. Taraka, he left. Right? Taraka, he left. Now, he left something. Right? He left, he could leave. This is different from kharaja. Kharaja is to go out. And taraka is to leave something, right? I hope you understand. Taraka is to leave something. He left his job, he left his coat, he left his umbrella, right? If he himself left, we don't use taraka, we use kharaja, right? Although in English, he left and he left could be, but the kharaja doesn't take an object. He left himself, okay? It doesn't take object. It's an action itself, like zahaba. But this taraka, next we have midalla. Midalla is the umbrella. Is the umbrella. Mizallatun. Yabqa. Yabqa. He stayed. He stayed. Yabqa. He stayed. Yabqa. He stayed. He stayed. Ghadan, tomorrow. Right? Tomorrow. Like in the colloquial, it's called bukra. But the actual one is ghadan. Ghadan. Amsi is yesterday. Amsi, yesterday. Al-yawm is today. And ghadan is tomorrow. Al-jawu, the weather. The weather. We have some questions here. في أي فصل هذا الحوار? In which season is this? Right? In which season is this? This is هذا الحوار في فصل الخريف. This is in the season of autumn. كيف عرفت ذلك? How did you know that? How did you know? Because it's given, right? Okay. كيف عرفت ذلك? عرفت بأن عرفت بالمطر or بالإمطار السماء. We got to know by rain. Yeah, maybe. We got to know by rain, or we got to know by, that's how we got to know, right? Or it's given. لأنه موجود في الحوار. أين ترك المعطف? They said so. Yeah, they said so. That's what. All because it's raining. It cannot. It generally doesn't rain in summer and winter and spring, right? So, أين ترك المعطف? Where did he leave the coat? ترك المعطف في الشركة. في الشركة. He left it in the company. أين ترك المظلة? ترك المظلة. Or you can use a pronoun also. Instead of he left the umbrella, you can say he left it. تركها في سيارة. He left it in the car. ماذا شرب في البيت? What did he drink at the house? شرب في البيت الشاي الدافئ. الشاي الدافئ. He drank in the house a warm tea. هل يذهب الزوج والزوجة إلى السوق الآن? Husband, is the husband and the wife, are the husband and the wife going to the market now? لا 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 يذهب الزوج والزوجة. لا يذهبهما, or لا يذهبان actually. لا يذهبان إلى السوق الآن. No, they're not going to the market. ماذا يفعل الزوج الليلة? What is the husband doing in the night? I mean, يبقى الليلة. يبقى الليلة في البيت. He's staying in the night in the house. متى ستذهب الزوجة إلى السوق? When is the wife going to the market? غدا إن شاء الله. ستذهب الزوجة إلى السوق غدا إن شاء الله. Tomorrow إن شاء الله. Or actually, you can say اليوم التالي, or the following day, right? Because we were taught in school, like when you're answering questions, we don't say tomorrow, today, or yesterday. We say the following day, the previous day. Right? So, because tomorrow it's like which day? Which day? The following day. Okay. الحوار الثاني. The second حوار. Right? This will be the last hiwar, right? So because there's so much now going on, we cannot do 3 hiwars in a day, and we have to maybe instead of three parts of a unit, we have to do 4 or 5, right? So inshallah, because we are going into the complex areas now, right? See, so long sentences, okay, but not so long, inshallah. And they're easy, not so difficult. These guys are calling on phone. Hassan and Badr are speaking on phone. Hassan and Badr are speaking on phone, right? So let's listen to them what they're speaking.
الحوار الثاني. انظر واستمع. السلام عليكم يا بدر. أنا حسان أتكلم من لندن. وعليكم
So Hassan, he's calling, right? He's calling, Assalamu alaikum ya Badr. Assalamu alaikum, oh Badr, right? On phone. Ana Hassan, I'm Hassan, right? I'm Hassan speaking. Atakallamu min London. I'm speaking from London. So atakallamu, right? Atakallamu. There are various verbs for using speaking. Atahaddasu is also used. Atakallamu, takallama, yatakallamu. Ukallimu is also used, right? There are subtle differences also, right? Like when you're narrating an event, you use haddasa, yuhaddithu. When you're narrating an event or something, but also generally it can be interchanged. Ukallimu is also used. Kallama is 4 letters, so you say ukallimu. I'm speaking. But takallama is more used for to speak. Takallam, because it's takallum, the speech itself. Atakallam. And so saying ukallim, right? I say we use it. It shows atakallam. I am speaking from London. Atakallamu. I am speaking from London. Min Londana. I am speaking from Londana. Why? Because there are some words which are called chain restricted or mamnu min as-sarf. They don't like tanween or kasras, right? Like foreign names. Like there are like 7 or 8 reasons or 9 reasons, right? 9 reasons. It has to be a name. It has to be a foreign name, or it could be an adjective like a verb. And if any two conditions meet, then it won't take a tanween. It won't take tanween, right? And it won't take kasra. Like Ibrahim, Ismail. Even if min comes, because min should have majroor, right? It should be majroor. But this doesn't take majroor. This doesn't take kasra. It'll take a fatha. Min Ibrahima, right? This is called mamnu' min as-sarf, ghayru munsarif words. Ghayru munsarif words, because this is like the Arabs, the scholars, they looked at the Arabic language and they found some words which are like exceptions. They don't take kasras, like foreign names or something. Yeah, like most of the prophets are foreign. Okay, and they found that even feminine names do not take kasra, right? 99%. Like Zainabu, Mariamu, they don't take tanween or kasra. Mariami they don't take that, right? Mariama, right? That's how they make it majrur and mansub. Okay, so atakallamu min Londana, or you can stop min London. I'm speaking from London.
السلام ورحمة الله
Alaykum
وبركاته.
Assalam, ya Hassan.
أهلا وسهلا يا حسان.
Oh, this is not there.
كيف الجو في لندن؟
So he says, Wa alaykum assalam, ya Hassan. Ahlan wa sahlan, welcome. In the audio, he says, كيف الجو في London? How's the weather in London? How is the weather in London? In London. كيف الجو? How is the weather in London? Nothing much here. Hassan?
الجو بارد في لندن. هذا فصل الشتاء. كم درجة؟
Right? Hassan says, Hassan. Again, look at these names. Hassanu. This is also like all these anu names, right? Usmanu, Hassanu, Farhanu. All these names also do not take tanween, right? Because it sounded weird. Hassanun sounded weird. Right? That's why these names also do not take tanween. See, Hassanu. Okay, this is also ghayr munsarif. Another reason for this is like, we just need to understand that there are some names which do not take tanween, do not take kasra, because generally speaking, if a word doesn't have alif lam, it has to have tanween. It has to become definite, right? But sometimes it doesn't take the things, so it doesn't take tanween. Why? Because it is ghayr munsarif. It doesn't take because it is diptote. It's called diptote in English, diptote, because they are triptotes which take the normal fatha dhamma kasras, and they are diptotes, the dual ones, which takes only the fatha and the dhamma. It doesn't take kasra, so it's called diptotes, not the triptotes.
الحرارة في لندن تحت الصفر. كيف الجو في الرياض؟
Right?
كان
Kam darajatul harara. So what is daraja? Daraja is the, how much is the temperature, right? The temperature or the degrees. Harara is the, how much is the heat temperature. Daraja is the level, or how much is the level before on that. So he says the darajatul harara, the temperature, the, what do you call, degrees of Celsius or all that. Darajatul harara. Kam darajatul hararati fi London. How much is the darajatul harara, the temperature? Let me just check what translation it does. Ah, temperature. That's what it does. Darajatul harara. Harara, darajatul harara. Like darajatul hararatil jismi. The temperature of the body. Okay. Kam darajatul hararati fi London. Now, generally speaking, after come, yes, no, it has to be a fatha. I was talking about that itself. If we have one word, it has to be a tamiz. After word come, the word should be tamiz. Come baitan, right? But if a mudaf and mudaf ilayhi come, this is like a compound word, then that rule doesn't apply. It takes a fatha. That's what we notice here now, right? This is not one word. If I just said come darjata, if this wasn't there, I just want to know degrees. Darja. How many degrees? Some degree, yeah? Not the degree of the harara. Harara is like harun is like the hotness, right? The how much warmth the city has. Harun harara. So it should be fatha. Yes, generally speaking, if there's one word like kam baitan or kam qalaman indak, kam qalaman indak, kam baitan, right? And so on, right? It should be fatha singular, right? But these are two words. It doesn't apply to two words, right? It applies only to one word. Okay. How much is the temperature in London?
كان الجو حارا وهو
And he
الآن
says tahta sifari. Tahta sifari. All the adverbs, generally speaking, if they don't come independently, they act as mudaf and mudaf ilayh. So this word is the mudaf ilayh. It's called zarf and mudaf ilayh. Tahta sifari, below zero. Tahta sifari. Tahta is below. Sifar is zero. Sifr. It's actually sifr. تحت الصفر صفري. كيف الجو في الرياض? How's the weather in Riyadh? كان الجو حارا. كان الجو حارا. كان الجو حارا وهو الآن معتدل. Right? Now kana is being used. Kana is used. Right? Kana. That means kana is used for past tense. Past tense. Kana. He was. The literal meaning of kana is he was. Like fa'ala, the huwa is hidden here. Right? Kana. And we do the same like fa'ala, fa'ala, falu. This is also kana, kana, kanu. Kanat, kanata, kunna. Now after that it changes. Kunna, kunta, kuntuma, kuntum. Kunti, kuntuma, kuntunna, kuntu, kunna. Right? Kana, he was. Right? Now the we don't talk about fa'il here. This is like naqis verb, because there are two types of verbs, generally speaking, when it comes to the meaning of any verb. right? Meaning of any word. One is a meaning which gives you a complete meaning, like he hit, he went, he came out, and so on, right? He ate. It gives you complete meaning. Now there are some verbs when it comes to meaning, because there's naqis with when it comes with a weak letter verb, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about in the sense of meaning. Like he was what? It doesn't give you a complete meaning, right? Like Laisa. Laisa is also like that. He is not. He is not what? It's like incomplete. You have to bring something. So this is whenever kana comes, or asbaha, amsa, and so many kana has so many sisters. Laisa is also a sister. So these words, what they require is ismu kana. That's what they named the ismu of kana. That is the word which follows is called, like inna has ismu inna and khabar inna. They didn't introduce inna, they started with kana. This is the ismu kana. Okay, the noun of kana. And this is the khabar of kana. This is the khabar of kana. Now there are certain rules here which are playing. The ismu kana is always marfu. And the khabar of kana, which is a second word which follows the, is always mansoob. Like kana Allahu aliman, alima. Right? Indeed, Allah, for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by the way, the kana doesn't mean he was. For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, kana means he is, he was, he will be. Or he was, he is, he will be. Right? Kana. Right? Kana doesn't mean he was, right? Because he is continuing to be. Right? He is continuing to be aliman qadira. Sami'an alima. See, we are giving fathas. So always remember, inna has the opposite effect. Inna, ismu inna mansubun. Like for example, I say, inna. Inna means, we learn in book, in Madina books, lesson 1. Inna Allaha. Yeah, I'll explain inshallah. Inna Allaha. Like inna has the opposite effect. See, the ismu inna, the first word which comes after inna, the first word which comes after inna is getting fatha, because ismu, yeah, indeed, inna Allaha ala kulli shayin qadir, or maybe simply inna Allaha sami'un alim. Now why is it coming later? Let me type it again. In Allaha sami'un alim. Sami'un, inna Allaha sami'un, that's it. Or we can, inna Allaha sami'un. Alimun can also be brought, but that is just the nat. Inna Allaha sami'un, indeed Allah is hearing. So here it does the opposite effect. Inna, the ismu inna. What is ismu inna and ismu kana? The word generally which follows. Sometimes it's hidden, like the file. Instead of saying this is the file, we are talking about ismu and khabar. Okay, we are not saying file, maful and all, because these are not the file. This is like an incomplete verb. It doesn't give you if he was, he is. Similarly, indeed. Indeed what? I mean, it's incomplete. It doesn't give you any sense. That's why it's called al-harfu mushabbahun bil fail. Inna is like a harf which acts like a verb, right? It is not a verb, because inna is indeed. There's no action at all. At least in kana, there's sense of being there. Like kana is like he was. Okay, fine. Maybe that's an action of being, action of existing, right? Kana. So the thing is, kana and inna are opposite, and kana has its own sisters. Inna has its own sister. Inna, anna, ka'anna, lakinna, laita, la'alla. Right? Inna has 5 sisters, I guess. Kana also has many sisters. Notice now, inshallah, try to understand. Okay, the word after kana is called ismu kana, and ismu kana is always what? Marfu, like the file, because it is actually the file itself, but it is not called the file now, because the file is also marfu, but this is not called file. This is called ismu kana. And what is the khabar kana? It's actually the maf'ulun bihi, right? But we don't call it maf'ulun bihi because this is incomplete. This is not the object as such. Because the translation is the weather, al-jawu. Was, because of the kana, the whole sentence has gone into the past. I mean, till here, till the comma. The weather was hot. وَهُوَ الْآنَ, and now it is مُعْتَدِلٌ, and now it is moderate. The temperature now is moderate, alhamdulillah. Right? So this kana, the ismu kana is always, please write it down if you can. Ismu kana is always marfu, like the fa'il, and the khabar kana is always mansoob, like the maf'ulun bihi, like the object of the verb. But the opposite thing is for inna. Inshallah, whenever they bring inna here in the lessons, inna Allah, it's like this comes here and this comes here. In ismu inna is mansoob and khabaru inna is marfu. Okay, please forget about inna. Look at kana. Try to understand this. Okay, inna will learn later, inshallah, because it might confuse. So kan al jawu, we cannot say harun now, or we cannot say kan al jawwa. No, kan al jawwa, we cannot say, and harun, we cannot do that. Why? Because ismu kana is always like the fa'il, marfu, 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 damma, 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 one damma, two dammas, depending on the alif lam, right? And haran is mansoob. This is very important because the Qur'an is filled with kana and yakunu. Yakunu is the present tense. Although kana itself means he was, we have he is also. Because we learned, if you remember, there is no is form also in Arabic. Like, for example, al-baytu jadidun. The house is big. The house is new, right? Where's the is here? Because it's literally, if you translate word to word, it is the house new. Because it is understood. But sometimes yakunu is used to show is, right? Right? So it fulfills that role sometimes, yeah, inshallah, to show that is in a sentence, right? Okay, so if you want to see in the Quran, there's so many kanas. قُلْ مَنْ كَانَ عَدُوًّا. Sometimes the ismu kana is hidden, like the file is hidden, ismu kana is also hidden. Like قُلْ مَنْ كَانَ عَدُوًّا لِجِبْرِيلٍ. See, kana aduwan. Where is the ismu kana? It's hidden, mustatir. Whoever is the enemy to Jibreel, فَإِنَّهُ نَزَّلَهُ عَلَى قَلْبِكَ. Indeed, he has revealed on your heart. مَنْ كَانَ عَدُوًّا لِلَّهِ. Whoever is an enemy to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالْمَلَائِكَتِهِ. And his angels. Similarly, kana comes so many times. وَلَكِنْ كَانَ حَنِيفًا مُسْلِمًا. Ibrahim al-Islam, but indeed he was Hanifan Muslima, right? Ibrahim al-Islam was not ما كان إبراهيم يهودي ولا نصرانيا. Some people say Ibrahim was Jew or Christian, trying to prove that he's a Jew or a Christian. ولكن كان حنيفا مسلم. Ibrahim alayhi salam was Hanif, inclining towards the truth, Muslima, and a Muslim. وما كان من المشركين, and he was not from the polytheists, right? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in another places, like, how can Ibrahim be a Jew or a Christian, right? And Judaism came later on, and Christianity came later on with Jesus, peace be upon him. Judaism came later on after Moses, peace be upon him, alayhim salam. So that was about what that was we talking about. We are talking about kana, right? Kana. كان الجو حارا كان الله عليما قديرا علي سميعا عليما. See, all of the khabar has. And so inshallah we'll learn more in the taraqib an-nahwiyya, inshallah, in the exercise.
معتدل.
The weather is now moderate.
كم
معتدل.
درجة
Again,
الحرارة؟
this is form 8. اعتدل يعتدل. معتدل. Okay, inshallah, I won't go up because we learned too much of grammar now, and let's try to finish this. See, whatever grammar I'm giving is not important at all, please, because they are not bringing it into the exercises. Why should I? But still, I mean, it's not required, but still we are trying to understand, because it's not difficult at all. In the beginning, everything looks difficult, okay? But once we keep doing, like for example, if someone joins today's class instead of watching all the 11 classes, he'll find it like so difficult. But alhamdulillah, we are understanding almost everything. Alhamdulillah.
في الرياض درجة الحرارة 20.
Right? Kam darajatul hararati fi Riyadh. How much is the temperature in Riyadh? Temperature darajatul harara. Darajatul hararati 20. Wow, 20 is good, right? Alhamdulillah. Instead of 40, 50, it's 20.
هل ستقضي العطلة في لندن؟
So
لا.
now it says qada yaqdi, to spend, to spend. Like we had naqdi, we had nabqa, nabqa, we shall remain, nabqa. Now here's naqdi, and this scene is for future. This is called harful istiqbal. This scene is for future. هل ستقضي العطلة في لندن? Will you spend in the future? Right? Scene is used for future because there's no future tense in Arabic, by the way, right? There's no future tense. There's no future tense at all. So we use sa or saufa and so on. With the present tense, we add a sataqdil utlata fi London. Will you spend the holidays in London? Because he's calling him to London. He says la.
سأقضيها في تونس إن شاء الله.
He will spend it in Tunis. What is Tunis? Tunisia. Right? Inshallah, he'll spend it in Tunisia. Inshallah ta'ala. Sa'aqdiha. And how do you know I will spend it? Because of this hamza, sa'aqdiha. See, look, they are very complex verbs. They're very complex verbs. That is why it is always recommended that these books should be done after Madina books. Because they start using the mazid fihis so many times. But still we can do this even if we have not done those books. Why? Because we can memorize them. We can just understand, okay, this is, you will spend, that's it. And that's what we are doing in the exercises. That's what we're just memorizing them. Because that's how they work. These books work like, they just give you the vocabs and help you to memorize by giving you, repeating them, inshallah. I will spend it in Tunisia, inshallah ta'ala. Let's end this by doing this exercise here. Harun, hot. Harun, hot. Baridun, cold. Mu'tadil, moderate. Faslu shita. Rihlat al-shita'i, the winter season. Faslu shita, the traveling of winter travels. Was-sayf. Yatakallam, he speaks. Atakallam, I speak. Darajatul harara, the temperature. Tahta sifar, below sifr. Tahta sifri, below zero. So where's zero? Below zero. Tahta sifri. Yaqdi, he spends. He spends. Not the money spending. He spending days. Qada yaqdi, spending time. He stays. Yeah, maybe not really stays. Right? Yaqdi. How will you spend your days? Because spending is money spending, and this is like spending. Yeah, spending the days. Yeah, spending the days. Last one. Ajiban al-as'ilata bi ikhtisarin. Aina Hassan? Where's Hassan? Hassanu fi London. He's in London. Aina Badrun? Badrun fi Riyadh. He's in Riyadh. Kam darajatul hararati fi Riyadh? How much is the temperature in Riyadh? How much is it? 20. Right? It's 20. Darajatul hararati fi Riyadh 20. Kam darajatul hararati fi London? تحت الصفر. It's below zero. كيف الجو في لندن؟ كيف يعني بارد جدا. الجو في لندن بارد جدا. It's very cold. كيف الجو في الرياض؟ الجو في الرياض معتدل. Right? It's okay now. It's moderate. من سيقضي العطلة في تونس? Who is going to spend in Tunis? بدر. بدر الذي سيقضي. بدر الذي سيقضي العطلة في تونس. He's going to spend the holidays in Tunisia. Right? So alhamdulillah, these were the two we learned here about kana. Very important because kana is he was, Because how do you make the sentence then in the past tense? Because instead of saying the weather was, we could use a verb, but there's no verb here. We have to use kana because there's no action here. I said the weather was hot. There's no action here. So that's what the kana does. The kana changes the sentence into the past tense. Because if you say al-jawu harran, it is present by default. The weather's hot now, right, by default. But I won't say in the past. Kana, in the past, right? And we learned about that the ismu kana is always marfu, and the khabaru kana is always mansub with a fatha, right? So that's how we should understand, inshallah ta'ala, about the grammar terms. And we learned about in this unit, in this hiwar, atakallam, I speak from London. And London also we learned about that this is ghair munsarif, right? This takes a fatha, London. Like Hassan also is ghair munsarif, chain restricted. They don't take their, what do you call, tanween or kasra. They don't take tanween or kasra. Right, inshallah ta'ala. We have another hiwar which we'll do tomorrow. And this is about Khalid and Hazim. These guys are speaking about they want to go to picnic to Shati al-Bahar, I guess, to a beach. They're going to a beach. Yes, they're going to a beach. And the preparation for that and so on. Inshallah, we'll do tomorrow the hiwar salis. Inshallah. So that's how we're going to the more difficult parts. It's not so difficult also, but the more lengthy parts, maybe not difficult, the more lengthy parts, inshallah ta'ala. We'll see you tomorrow, inshallah. If there are any questions, we'll take them all. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, 9:30 p.m. inshallah ta'ala. Tomorrow, barakallahu feek. May Allah accept efforts, inshallah ta'ala. Jazakallahu khair for attending. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت استغفرك واتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. وفيك بارك.
كانوا قليلا